Winter Storm Fern, Winter Storm advisories, they're all going to get a notice of a cease and desist because we are live in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music, all sports, and all wrestling matters, Sportswire Radio. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about here with these men who are once again going to be in the center of, you might want to say, some love and war next Saturday. Yeah, we'll get into that. Maybe we'll get into some Valentine's Day plans that these guys have. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Maybe even we'll talk about something coming right before spring. Maybe it involves that man's hybrid championship, among other things. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Plus, we'll talk about a guy coming on here Sunday who at this point is a roommate of mine who you might want to say is the last name of Tafura. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll even talk about this guy Monday who's too ready to quit, but certainly seems like he's confused. And, well, it seems like he's on the right page now of this Team WVWF and the draw fight, but maybe that's still not on his mind, but what these men have. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll also even talk about a guy who calls himself a controversy king, and, well, let's just say you might want to put up a lost and found sign because right now I don't think anybody's seen him since, well, the last week or so. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Plus, I got a contest where I'm giving away something at 10:15. Boy, ladies and gentlemen, the weekend here has started. Like I said, all those winter storms, they get a cease and desist notice because we have them on here each and every month, and I am excited about this one, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get this show up here in style on Sportswire Radio, the number one global radio station where all music, all sports, and all wrestling matters. So with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one global sports show. They're one of the premier tag teams around in all of wrestling. One half of them is the reigning, defending CSE hybrid champion, and they're the reigning, defending WVWF tag team champions. They are Cease and Desist. Hi, man. Dan Razors and the Robert Chris The champs are here, my friends. How are we doing?
Doing great, Tom.
Doing excellent. It's good to be here on Sportswire. It's good to be the champs.
Yes, it is.
It's good to be cease and desist.
Hopefully you're somewhere nice and comfy and not out and about, but you guys will always find a way to cease and desist those winter storms and those winter advisories because that's what you do best. And it is so great to see you here once again because we have a lot to talk about here tonight in prime time.
Yeah, I'm sure we do, Tom. I'm sure we do.
Yeah, we do. We most certainly do. And fellas, it is so good to see you back. And I'm going to go right off the bat because for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, we are now just over 1 week away from the next WVWF show, and that is Love and War. And speaking of Love and War, you fellas must be very happy that one Controversy King seems to be missing in action in the battlefield during this war between the Draw and you guys in Team WVWF.
I don't know if I'm relieved or happy, but I do think it's hilarious.
I do think it's funny, but I am so confused.
Tell me how. Tell me how that you're confused. That
I'm not confused. I'm not confused at all. I mean, you plant potatoes, you get potatoes. How many times you gonna be a little shit before somebody snatches you up?
Well, I mean, one potato, two potato, three potato, four. I guess what you're maybe looking to peel back the, I guess, potato there, Mr. Phoenix. But I mean, I would have to think this is a huge advantage for you guys, knowing that the Controversy King Wyatt Black has been kidnapped and he is missing in action. And what you guys especially have went through now, going on now for 6 months in this battle between the Draw and Team WVWF. You guys of all people must be very, very happy that the Controversy King, well, he's missing in action right now.
I mean, again, and let's be clear, Aaron James is the thing to worry about when it comes to the Draw.
Yes, we talked about that.
I mean, like, and no disrespect to anybody else in the Draw, or all disrespect to him. I'm not really sure, but you know, I personally have beaten Wyatt Black in singles competition. I beat him in tag competition. Now he's missing, and I don't see anything missing.
Oh, okay. I see. I see what you did there. You're a clever man, Hype Man Dan Lasers, because essentially what you've said is that the real battle for you guys in the Draw has been Aaron James, the WVWF champion, and the likes of the Controversy King Wyatt Black, or as some have called him, the Controversy Queen. He's not the Draw. He's not the problem. It's Aaron James that's really the guys that you have on your site and everyone else in the Team WVWF sites.
I mean, honestly, if you take Aaron James out of the Draw, what do you have? A failed tag team.
Yeah.
Tony Sane. I mean, he's
individually, those guys are talented workers. Excellent talents.
They just make bad choices.
They make terrible decisions and they got poor attitudes. But I mean, without the brains of Aaron James, would they really have made that much of an effect?
Well, I mean, look, they aligned the likes of Wyatt Black and Tony Sane, aligned themselves with Aaron James because, again, he's been the man on top and he has been on the top of the WVWF mountain for a very, very long time, and he's one of the best out there. But I guess even the likes of the Chemical Valley Gunslinger James Enoch have had enough with the Draw, and he was front and center and kidnapping Wyatt Black and having him missing. Who would have guessed that? I mean, because James Enoch has been on here in the past, and he's been at times, I guess you want to say, aligned with the Draw, and other times he's kind of been his own man. So for him to step up here and I think be at the center of this, I think speaks volumes that maybe you guys here on the Team WVWF side going into next Saturday have had it up to here with Aaron James and his antics and the rest of the Draw. What's left of it now?
Well, I mean, let's look at it over the last 6 months that we've been dealing with them.
Right.
And they have literally just been yanking WVWF to and fro like a rag doll. They do this and they do that and they do this and they're involved in this and they're involved in that. And finally, I mean, how many times you gonna poke the bear before the bear gets up and roars? And,
it's a fair point.
And the bear comes in the form of, you know, us and the other 7 of Team WVWF. And now it's become, you know, and we tried to tell them and we tried to reason with them and we tried to fight about it and we tried to just keep your nose out of everybody's business and this won't be a big deal. And now you got a war in your hands.
You kind of made the bet that you got a lion now.
Yeah, you know what? That's what people would say. You got to lie in that bed, and that's coming up here. And there's no question that we're going to be talking a lot about this between now and next Saturday. We're very excited about what's ahead here in the latest show here. So, you guys, we're going to talk about the tag team win. We're going to talk about what DB Rivera had to say here on Monday show. I know you guys definitely heard that, but I mean, so what are you expecting here for you guys next Saturday? I mean, DB talked about it, kind of where he thinks he may go from here. It's obviously to be determined with what happens with you guys, but coming up here between now and next Saturday, are you expecting to be front and center in this battle between the WVWF and again, I say this loosely, what's left of the draw?
Well, you want to take this one?
I mean, it's even hard for me to even explain.
So, obviously, somebody in Team WVWF, and this time it's not us. We do conspire, and we may pull strings, and we were only doing that to show the draw that they're not the only ones that can do that.
Right.
I can pull strings and be 7 steps ahead, but I'd rather just knock on your door and punch you in the face. You know what I mean? Like, I'm way more direct than that. But there are people in Team WVWF that's obviously got some plans. And so, if it is us on the front lines that the draw has to deal with, then they're going to have to deal with fighting cease and desist, which we have proven to be a dominant force in WVWF, on top of dealing with whatever mind games that are attached to the missing Wyatt Black.
I think that's a fair point. I think that you guys, maybe everybody looks at you guys as front and center because you guys have been front and center in this fight. There are other people. I mean, certainly Nate Steele, certainly pulled a fast one on the draw. He was kind of in the draw, but he pulled a fast one. The world goes round, the merry-go-round. I mean, for those Pittsburgh Steeler fans out there, that's what Jerome Bettis used to do. You got Josh Jade, who's joined the mix. James Enoch now seems to be a part of it. But you guys have been this constant in this battle these last several months. And I think it's kind of really interesting to see where this goes next Saturday, especially because of now the draw for the first time. I feel like that the numbers game is against them, and it seems like right now almost everybody in the WVWF is had it up to here with them.
One thing I can tell you about the draw, because we have been dealing with them for the last half a year.
Yeah, I saw a Cripple Tunnel.
They're not dumb, or at least Aaron James ain't dumb. You know what I mean? Like, he's got, just when you think he's got nothing left, he still's got an ace up his sleeve. So I'll be waiting for him to pull it. I won't be blindsided twice. I don't make the same mistake more than once.
Yes. Yeah. You never want to make the same mistake here twice. I have the poster up for which I want to promote for those that are listening and watching here out there. So we have the poster for Love and War, and it's going to take place next Saturday at the Richardson Building. Doors open 6 o'clock, bell time 7 o'clock. You know the place, same time, same bad channel, 325 7th Street, Parkersburg, West Virginia. And especially with this winter we've had, there is no better place I would want to be nearby in the West Virginia area than there. These guys run the posters, so that's where you got to definitely be there, and you're going to see the likes of Damian Abel, Dean Mosley. I tell you what, Dean Mosley, that's an interesting figure, and he had his own things or problems with, let's say, Nate Steele's Grapefruits. There is James Enoch, the Chemical Valley Gunslinger, and Riku St. Helen, who certainly our friends here, Cease and Desist, have been on the same side for. So please go out there and support the WVWF by going on to their Facebook page. So do that, and I'm sure we'll talk more about that. I want to move this off the screen. But, I wanted to ask you guys very quickly before I get into the tag title match, and I want to remind everybody at 10:15 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to randomly announce a winner to the brand new Megadeth album, which is #1 right now in Australia and America. So we have a lucky copy. Nice. We have friends that give us a few copies. So you're going to get one of these. Whoever's in the chat, hang on tight for that. But you guys, last we spoke, we're kind of talking about adding more gold into your arsenal in the WWF. And that was that first time ever King of the Mountain Championship. And, obviously that was something that you guys were really, really intent on, you especially the Rambler Chris Phoenix, because your tag team partner has gold. I'm going to get to that in a little while. We're going to talk about that on the other side of the announcement at 10:15. But Cody Maverick won that championship, and it was an emotional moment. The crowd was behind him, and Cody Maverick's going to be on here between tomorrow and next week. So we're going to hear from Cody Maverick, get his words on what that victory meant to him. But for you guys in that, are you guys done with that? Or what is your thoughts on Cody Maverick winning that King of the Mountain Championship? And is there unfinished business there?
Well, I just want to say congratulations, Cody.
A good man. A good man.
But I'm
deserve it.
But I'm not done searching for singles gold. Might have got lucky with that battle royal because I was taken out almost twice. Thank you, buddy. He caught me the first time. He caught me when I eliminated the first time. But not so lucky the second time. Anyways, I'm not done searching for singles gold. I'm still hungry. Matter of fact, I am starving.
And I'll say that, just because I have this and just because I have the tag titles, it doesn't mean that I've arrived anywhere. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I've arrived. I don't feel like I have a reason not to be hungry. I don't feel like I have a reason not to continue improving. You know what I mean? Like I have not made it. I am only still cutting my teeth. So, Mountain State champion, King of the Mountain champion, any kind of gold I can get my hands on. I almost need it. You know what I mean? Like this means I've reached a certain level and I'm just trying to get to the next one. You know what I mean? We have to keep growing. We have to keep growing. And in order to maintain these titles or get more, we have to keep growing. And so that's why, we come in there and we throw each other around. We throw our opponents around. We always bring something new. We always bring something dangerous. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be at least next level for us.
Is there a competition you think, not just with yourselves, but maybe others who cross paths in the WWF? For example, Sunday's guest, 9:00 Eastern time, Daniel Tafua, hybrid champion, or the likes of Ampo the Destroyer, who we see all the time here in the WWF. We know he's got multiple championships. Or guys that have crossed paths here in the WWF, like a guy you know very well, the Mon Valley Pro world champion himself, the Banana Man Lestat, and then that other guy who was here last week, and I'll get to him, the guy who's got not one, not two, not three, but 4 championships, and Dave Jameson. Find me. Is there competition, you think, not just even within yourself, but seeing these other guys that are here or have been here in the WWF and have multiple championships, and you say, you know what? Yeah, I can do with those guys. And we've seen you guys here on this platform go back and forth with Tafua. So I almost ask, is there a competition? And that competition maybe includes Cody Maverick's King of the Mountain Championship.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we might have different answers here. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it has been me versus me since the beginning. You know what I mean? I'll never measure up to you, Tom, and you'll never measure up to me. We're different.
We're all different. I agree with you on that.
So for me to measure myself against the likes of Ampo or Dave Jameson or Tafua, I mean, like, these guys are all excellent. These guys are all absolutely incredible in the ring.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Do I think I have things to learn from them? I know it. Absolutely. There are things that they are better at than I am, but there's also the reason that I'm here. there's also the reason that I have this. You know what I mean? And I can't see the forest for the trees. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not over there looking at, he's got that many belts and I want that many belts. I'm on my journey. And
that's fair.
If they cross on my journey and we get to touch gloves, you know what I mean? As well as trying to impose myself on my opponent, I'm going to be learning every little tip and trick and slick slide I can find, because all those guys I announced are good. Super good.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I think that's a fair point. Now listen, they're all different. They're all tremendous athletes, and I'm really excited to see Cody Maverick on here talk about
Me too.
What that championship meant to him and what a big crowd that was at New Heat. I mean, arguably one of the biggest shows the WWF has ever had, and I have no doubt.
Was crazy.
Yeah,
it was a crazy crowd. I mean, it was great to see for the guys and gals in the back to get that moment, and I'm really excited to be talking about it here at length between now and next week. And I want to say hello to everybody here in the chat, and I will make my announcement as I see people coming in. I want to say hello to my friend Maria out there. I also want to say hello to Cody Maverick, because he did say that, thank you guys. I added 2 new dates, and the Birdman, I added one that you may have scheduled, which we're going to talk about those 2 dates. I'm going to talk about those in a little bit. Those are going to be dates that are going to come up, and you're going to definitely want to tune in to hear what we say about those dates. So I do want to put that out there, and we're going to talk with Cody off the air to figure out when he returns back onto Sportswire Radio. As a reminder, Daniel Tapua will be here Sunday night, but I do want to talk about it because the guy was here Monday, and what an appearance it was here for the first time to have DB Rivera. DB Rivera is such an exciting competitor, and I said it then on Monday's stream, and I have said it throughout these last weeks. Courtney was here, and I talked about it with Dave Jameson. DB Rivera, having him here, to me, was such a great moment. It made, I think, it even more special that your match with him and Bam Allen was arguably maybe the match of the night. One of the best tag team matches I've seen the WWF in a while, and maybe somebody can, fact check me on that. But I'm curious, guys, what your reactions to were DB Rivera's comments here Monday night about just the match and some of the different things he had to say about his tag team partner and his injury. And just maybe, is there unfinished business? And what about that confusion that DB Rivera kind of had after the match with this whole love and war between the team WVWF and the Draw? So, fellas, what is your thoughts on some of the things that DB Rivera had to say Monday night?
Well, I mean, I can understand his confusion being, debuting in a company and not knowing, what's going on whenever something like that happens.
Who's who, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
as far as I want to bring this up, because I feel like A, my tag team partner doesn't get enough credit, and B, that last match that we had with DB and Bam was incredible for multiple reasons. And one of those reasons being, during the dive spot, Chris hits a moonsault, lands on his face on the concrete.
Yep, I'm going to put the footage up there in a minute. I'm getting right to that. Yep.
Is completely not there and still was able to, in the moment, pull himself together. Birds whistling around his head. There's points in during the match. It's like I'm talking to my partner, like, "Hey, man, I need you to, get my back on this situation."
And you have a special relationship with your partner too. For those that don't know, you help train your partner, so it's not as if like, hey, you guys are a tag team put together. I mean, there is a special relationship that. To peel the let's say the potato back a little bit, you helped train the rare bird, Chris Phoenix.
Right.
So it's a different relationship here.
Again, he knows what I'm thinking. He knows what I'm going to do. I know what he's going to do, and I know what he's thinking. So when he's half asleep in the middle of one of the most intense matches that I've been in, all year probably, or all the last 2 years.
That's a good point. And you've been in the ring with Pepper Pride, so you have
Yeah.
been in there with some heavy hitters, so you know what it takes to be in there with an intense situation.
Mm-hmm. And for him, and so like half of the issue was bad because like I'm like, there's no connection. I can't. We're not on the same page like we normally are. What's that about, right? And then for him to pull it out at the end and let me pick him up and slam him on another person, even though he clearly has a concussion.
Yeah, I wasn't all there. Lights were on, but no one was home.
No, definitely not. And so I heard what DB said about, Bam being pretty messed up, and I just countered that with Chris was pretty messed up too, man. In fact, I mean, I'm willing to say that's probably one of the worst concussions I've seen. Period.
Wow, and you've seen a lot. Like I said, I just mentioned
I've had a couple,
and I mean, so I hate to compare because we talked just a few minutes ago about not comparing, but you would then argue that the rare bird Chris Phoenix not knowing where he is for more than half or close to that length in the match may be more of a serious and more of a disadvantage to you guys than, let's just say, Bam Allen's injury with those ribs. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, I'm not saying one way or the other. I will give him this. It's worth a rematch.
Oh yeah,
it's worth.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that was DB's point. I think DB has a lot of respect for you guys. I think DB loved being in the ring with you, and Bam's here in the chat, and I've spoken to Bam off the air, and I think there is that mutual respect. I think though that when I had asked DB about his situation and where he's coming into this Team WVWF draw fight, that's where I think there may be a difference of an opinion potentially with you guys and maybe him at the very least, because he said that's a fight that's not privy to him being here, and he doesn't really want much a part of it, but he is here to take your championship still. And, what did you think about some of that at the very least?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely.
Because that just makes it more of a challenge.
Yes.
And we don't back down from challenges.
And you know what?
Matter of fact, we thrive on challenges.
That we live off of it. That's why we're here. I love that energy. Bring that energy in the ring every time we meet. I don't want half broken Bam. You know what I mean? Like that's not what these belts are about. That's not what these titles mean. You know what I mean? I want you to have every confidence in believing that you can take these titles from me, because it'll be all the sweeter when you find out that you can't.
I want you at 100%. I don't want you at 50 or 25. I want you at 100. I didn't want to wrestle him with his ribs.
I think that was his point. But see, there's a point that I think is so fascinating about this match, and we have the footage here. If you can, please hit the sub button for Courtney's YouTube stream where this comes from, because she was there and it's her footage. But you guys weren't at 100%. And, well, DB Rivera's tag team partner, Bam Allen, wasn't at 100%. So could you imagine this match if, well, you're at 100%, the rare bird, and Bam Allen's at 100%? I mean, we talk about this being match of the night. Well, the rematch could be maybe match of the year.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. And again, remember I was talking about not too long ago about, being in the ring and learning from your opponents?
Yep, you did.
I will tell you, locking up with DB Rivera was a very eye-opening experience. I like to consider myself pretty technically sound. You know what I mean? Like, I can do about enough of anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a high flyer, but I can fly. I'm not a lucha guy, but I can do lucha. I'm not a technician, but I can tap you out. You know what I mean? Like, I am a striker. I'll consider myself a striker. I'm a pretty technical striker, but I can dabble in everything. But locking up with D, he just had so many clever workarounds to all my moves, and I was very intrigued. Very intrigued.
He's really an intriguing wrestler. I got to tell you, we were talking about some of his other stuff.
Yeah.
here. I mean, he's wrestled Dave Jamieson. Find that match on DB's YouTube channel. He's wrestled the legendary King Kalua. He's wrestled a lot of different guys. This guy, Dean Mosley, who now is a part of WWF, but he's such an intriguing guy out there in the ring because he's almost like a 5-tool player, guy, and he's like a guy, if you're an NBA fan, can come off the bench and give you instant offense. I think he's so intriguing to be here in the WVWF.
Yes. I mean, honestly, like, and for me personally, it is the closest person WVWF has given me that is close to my style of wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, we were very back and forth there at the beginning, and I was like, that's new. You know what I mean? Like, usually, you know, when I'm chaining with somebody who, you know, doesn't necessarily chain as much as I do, they'll get out of a wrist lock or something and run. They're like, yeah, I'm not trying to, you know, this guy was just in the pocket. Transition. I was like, I was very impressed.
Yeah, I think that there is certainly, I think from the fans and everybody here that got a chance to watch this match, I hope that you guys would run it back. As it is going to be next weekend, I don't know, but I want to ask you one more question on DB Rivera's comments. And again, going back to what we talked about at the very beginning of the conversation in this Team WVWF versus the Draw situation. Again, this is something that's outside of him coming here, and he came here for championship gold. He already has tag team gold in the state of West Virginia, and that's something that he wants. He wants to be a double champion when it comes to tag team gold in the state of West Virginia. And he's not sure still about this Team WVWF and the Draw fight. He's on the card next Saturday. Do you trust DB Rivera?
No. I don't know. No.
No.
I'll trust him to do what's in his best interest. I mean,
so his best interest right now is to take you to championships. He sees you guys as an opportunity for him to win more gold. He wants to be a double tag team champion in the state of West Virginia. He's got the EPWA tag titles as a part of the head honchos, and he and Bam, that would give him an opportunity to now hold your championships.
Well, let's put it this way. If he wants to take our tag team titles, he's going to need a partner. And if he doesn't get his partners back in this war with the Draw, he might not end up with a partner. So maybe he should just get WVWF's back, because in the long run, it's in everybody's best interest.
So he was confused, and eventually he came out there. But, you know, one thing I thought was fascinating in this footage was he didn't do anything. He came out, but whereas their locker room had your backs when the Draw came in, he hugged you guys. It seems okay, but to me, he didn't do anything. He didn't scare off the Draw. What do you make of that?
He had no idea. He was, you know, in a new place with all these new people. He doesn't know. It's like when you play in a pickup game with a whole bunch of people you don't know. How do you know who to pass the ball to?
Or like being the new kid in school.
Right. You don't know who to pass the ball to. We don't wear jerseys. You know what I mean? So those other guys in the ring are just people he hasn't met either. You know what I mean? So he knows me and Chris. We just fought.
That's fair. No, listen, I think that's a valid point you could make. And I think DB, again, did make it clear that he respected you guys. He thinks you guys are great out there in the ring. I think, again, he drew the line, though, get at the Draw. He drew the line that the WVWF Draw fight that's not what he's here for. He's here to take your championships. He's a competitor. And I think we'll all be very curious to see what happens next Saturday and where he falls into all this. Obviously, Bam Allen's here in the chat, and Bam's got a bunch of things. And I do want to announce here in about 7 minutes, I'm going to announce the winner of the brand new Megadeth album. And if you're out there in the chat, do me a favor. If you're a Megadeth fan, let me know if you're a Megadeth fan. That's how I'll know if I'm going to pick you or not, because I got to figure a way to pick somebody. I don't want to give it to somebody that's not a fan of the band or doesn't want the album. So if you're in the chat, let me know. But we'll get to the comments and we'll announce the winner in a few minutes. So going forward, though, there's a mutual respect with DB Rivera. In
Yes.
closing, got that. Bam Allen wasn't 100%, but neither was Chris Phoenix, the Rarebird, your tag team partner. So that kind of evens things out.
Mhm.
And then we have next Saturday. You guys are still focused right now because the Team WVWF first draw fight is in the best interest of everybody in the company. And that should be, in a way, maybe toward DB's interest, but you understand where he's coming from. Wyatt Black, you're happy about it, but really Aaron James. Yeah, okay, I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No. I was just pointing and laughing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Wyatt Black makes some people laugh. I got that. But again, Aaron James is really the person you really have on your side, and you especially the Rarebird Chris Phoenix, because you've got a victory. And that's
already.
Yep, I got that. And then when it comes to the King of the Mountain Championship, that's still also something you're thinking about. So we have that.
Yeah.
So really, when it comes to next Saturday, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with you guys. Could there even be a possibility in closing double duty?
I'm always down to
be
in the middle of the ring. I mean, there are very many times when I come back to the locker room and I'm rubbing my neck and I'm like, I could do it again. I could do it again. I could go back out.
Okay, all right. So, because again, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and I think ultimately you answered some of them, and I think that's exciting. And then before I get to the chat, is there anything maybe you want to say else to DB Rivera?
Yo, keep bringing it, man.
Yeah.
Keep bringing it. Listen, I don't think you're taking any gold from us, but if you keep working like that, bud, you're getting gold.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? That's an interesting point to be made, and we'll have to see. Let's get to some people here in the chat, because on the other side of the chat, I want to talk about a couple of other places that you guys are going to be in, which I think some people here in this chat are going to be a part of. In about 4 minutes, I'll announce the winner, and I see a few people have raised their hand to see if they would like to win. So thank you. That's
I'd like to win.
That's a good point too. But I do have a gift for you guys, though. I do have a gift for you guys. If I give you guys two gifts, that means, well, the good news is I'm actually going to do this a few times. So we have a few of these coming up. So I do have a gift for you guys, which I actually think you're going to like. I really actually do have a gift for you guys. So we're going to get to that. So hang on tight. Let's say hello to everybody here first. Zilla's in the chat. Thank you, Zilla, for being here. I appreciate you very much being here once again. There is the lovely Maria. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. The Don of Combat, AJ Harrison, was in the house, also from the great state of Pennsylvania. Here we go. Doing good. Sunday, he's going to be here. My roommate is Daniel Tafu. He's here. Yes, the Universal Hybrid Champion. Yes. Also, we mentioned him. Cody Maverick is in the house. What's up, Birdman and Hype Man? How we did that. And if you're out there, do me a favor. Hit the sub button for Cody Maverick's YouTube channel. Cody's got to get more subs. We got to help him. He's the frat boy. He's our King of the Mountain champion. And right now, he's at 29 subs. So what I want people to do right now, before I announce the winner, because you know you're going to win something from me here in a few minutes, go hit the sub button for Cody Maverick. We did this with DB Rivera on Monday's show, and we got him 17 new subscribers. I see right now almost a dozen people. We got him 17 new subscribers. I see about a dozen people here right now live with me, so do me a favor. If you have not subbed to Cody Maverick's YouTube channel, hit that sub button for me. Go follow him. Go support him. He's going to be on here before next Saturday's show. Let's support our King of the Mountain champion. He just needs one subscriber to 30. There is somebody here, there you go. And I would actually like to throw it out there. I want to see him get to 35 subscribers. Right? So I see 10 or 11 people on YouTube. All you have to do is hit that sub button for me. It's very simple. You've gotten me to almost 2,000 subs. Can we get to Cody Maverick to 35 subs? I think the answer is yes. And let's get to some more comments here quickly. Yep. Here we go. Hello, Zilla. Yes, thank you, Zilla. Want to say hello to Skulls, our very good friend from California, who's now refereeing, and he'll be on IWTV for the first time. Thank you, Skulls. Bam Allen is here with a bunch of comments. We're going to come back to him shortly. I heard Potato and Idaho come to mind. Yes, we did hear that. Thank you. All disrespect to the dirtballs. They can't beat me one-on-one. All love and respect to Cease and Desist. I'm almost healed. I'm looking forward to another round. Hashtag Bam out, fight on. Very well said. I'm really excited to see what Bam Allen does here in the future. He is a tremendous competitor, and hopefully he gets better. And we'll see him coming up here this Saturday. So
I think
that would be the case.
I think that WVWF as a whole, fans and wrestler and office included, all are excited about what Bam Allen is about to do.
Me too. Yeah. Bam Allen is a very, very exciting talent, and thank you for being here as well. And I'm going to go last call before I announce the winner. If you're here in the chat still and you're a fan of Megadeth or Rock, let me know, and then I'm going to announce the winner. So I'll go through a couple more comments. So you have one last call, and then I'm going to announce a winner here. So let's come back here. Also, Godric Sandwell is in the house. He'll be a big topic on Sunday's show. I do agree and respect you, gents, being as I've heard you say on the up and up. Did I say that right? Well, you might have.
Yeah.
Well, Bam with the plan. Hashtag believe me. Well, we'll have to see. What's up, Zilla? It's Bam Allen. Yes, Bam is here. He said that a bunch of times. So hit the sub button for Maverick, and we have a metal chick here right now. So I'm going to announce. So I got here. Let's see. We'll figure it out randomly. So I got Bam Allen said my dad loves Megadeth. Would be an awesome gift. This young lady is a fan of Megadeth. Appreciate that. Skull said he's a fan of heavy metal. And I think you have a metal chick right here. So I think I'm going to announce the winner. And I think I should probably announce this one as the winner right here. This is the so you came in last. And I would say we can hopefully get your details off the air. And maybe somebody that I'm talking to right now can actually maybe give me their address, and I will mail it tomorrow. So you'll get this. Congratulations. You get the brand new Megadeth album. It's got actually the bonus Ride the Lightning version. There's a few versions out there. I actually have a few of the versions. So don't worry. If you didn't win tonight, I'm going to be doing the contest again probably Sunday. So Daniel Tafu is here. So if you didn't win tonight, you could win Sunday. And this is the version with the Ride the Lightning Metallica song that Dave Mustaine won. So, you know, you won it. So we'll get your address when we're off the air, and I'll mail it to you. So thank you for that, and congratulations. So we're going to do it a few more times. I have many copies ahead. So if you didn't win tonight, you may win Sunday with Daniel Tafu. We're going to do it 2 more times. So between now and next week. So we'll take care of that. Let's get to some more comments. Also, we have here... Yep, it's Bam Allen. We see that. And hit the sub button for Cody Maverick. And thank you, guys. We're going to get to that shortly. I want to say hello to our friends in YBW. How you doing there? That's Aaron Blaze. And I think you may know Mr. Phoenix, your good cousin, Mr. Magnum Carter, the hardcore champion of YBW. I want to say hello to our friends in YBW. Yes, Magnum Carter, the MC of the 1, 2, 3. He definitely drops bars, but he does back it up in the ring. And I saw him this past weekend. So our friends in YBW, thank you so much for being here. Please support them. There is AJ Harrison, and there is this person I think some people know, but she didn't win this time, but she may win on Sunday. So we'll hang on tight. I got a bunch of copies. So if you didn't win tonight, you have a lot more times to head. Thank you, Bam, and please hit the sub button for Bam. Hit the sub button for DB Rivera, even though the guys, I think, mutually respect him, but may not trust him. But here's Mr. Tafua. You got to have grit. I fight for my tribe. I fight for my family. Sometimes you have to let your mind set you free. Meditation is hashtag key. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, first off, bars. I totally agree, man.
Yeah.
Mind, body, spirit. My body can't do the stuff if my mind ain't in it. My mind can't do the stuff if my spirit ain't in it. It's gotta be a complete thing. So yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. Mr. Tafua!
You know, it's my favorite name. It's like the bat signal goes off here at this point. And he'll probably, I'm surprised he hasn't shown up here yet. He hacks into the stream all the time. Our friends in BTW, no, this is not Blackout, but this is the Rare Bird Chris Phoenix. They have a wrestler, Blackout, who looks a little bit like you, but our friends in BTW are a little bit confused. But we do appreciate that. We'll be talking about them very soon. Hello, Bam Allen. And hello. A lot of hellos here. Let's get to some more comments. I have a challenge for you, Lasers in Phoenix. How about y'all put the tag team championship on the line against hashtag collectively Ampo the Destroyer and the Banana Man Lestat, the Mind Valley Pro Wrestling Champion?
I mean, we kind of already faced them.
We faced them. We'll do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Well, Daniel Tafua wants to make. I mean, I went up to Double L. I mean, it's up to him.
Okay, hold on. Speaking of Tafua, there's a funny story about the King of the Mountain Battle Royal.
I want to hear.
I've always wanted to touch gloves with Tafua. We've never never had the pleasure. You know what I mean? So we're both in this battle royal, and I'm coming for him. He's got his back turned. He's got his back to me, and I'm about to turn him around and just whale him one. And here I am. I reach my hand out, and somebody just kicks me in the head and dumps me over the side. I mean, I had to have been like 6 inches away from him. I was so close. I just got blindsided.
Well, I mean, obviously, that's what Mr. Tafua does, and we'll have to find out what he says Sunday. I am very intrigued, and he's going to have a lot of people. You know, it's going to be like remember in the John Wick movie in John Wick 3, where John Wick was, being chased by everybody, the Russians and all the different people that wanted to kill him. That's going to be Daniel Tafua on Sunday's show. He's going to have all the different people, and he actually asked for it. He asked for so many people to come on Sunday's show. I'm going to remind him. He asked for the likes of Dave Jamieson. He asked for Godric Stanwell. He asked for Courtney Wood. I mean, he's asked for everybody. I mean, boy, I hope he has a plan. I mean, because it may be like in John Wick where he says tick tock, Mr. Wick. It may be tick tock, Mr. Tafua when it comes to Sunday night.
Well, I mean, if Daniel doesn't have a plan, the Mask might.
Well, you know what? Listen, I mean, it's like the Jim Carrey movie, The Mask. The Mask made me do it, but I mean, he is the Samoan king and the nightmare for a reason. But let's get to some more people. Yeah, interesting. Let's see what Bam Allen has to say. Tafua, I will become Bam 2 belts and then try my best against you for the chance to become Bam 4 belts. All love, more respect. See, that's why I asked you that question, guys, about championship belts, because ultimately, I mean, you guys have a couple, but there's others that want more. I mean, so, we'll have to see. But I got a lot more comments to get to, and I want a few more things to talk about with you guys. We're here with Cease and Desist. They're the WVWF Tag Team Champions. Hype Man Dan Lair is also the CSE Hybrid Champion. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all music matters here and also all wrestling matters. I want to congratulate here the winner of the Megadeth giveaway here. It is the brand new album. It is #1 right now in the world, in Australia, in America, and you were the winner, Light Shifter Arts. So congratulations, you have won.
Light Shifter.
Light Shifter, thank you. Light Shifter Arts, congratulations. You were the lucky winner. We will do another one of these Sunday night when Daniel Tafua is here. So if you didn't win tonight, you still have a chance to win the brand new album. Plus, we're going to have a few more giveaways of the album. We've been very fortunate.
Tom, can I have a moment to plug Light Shifters, actually?
You can say anything you want, sir.
For all my pro wrestling friends out there and foes, if you need merch, we have a very good setup, very good prices, and very good products. I mean, I don't think you're going to beat the deal anywhere else. And if you do, let me know. I want to know how low we can go. So yeah, if y'all need merch, because if anybody knows the wrestling world from this side of the guardrail, you know what I mean? We go out there and we bust our backs and break our bodies, and we get paid very little. Sometimes you get paid a little bit more. You know what I mean? Sometimes you step into a lucky pot. You know what I mean? But for the most part, on average, it's not, WWE salaries.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we know that. We know, and we've had a few WWE heavyweights on here. But I'll tell you what I do want to do is we have a YouTube channel that Light Shifter Arts has. Thank you for correcting me on that. It's just recently opened up, so if you'd like, hit the sub button for Light Shifter Arts. We would really appreciate that. So please support, and let's support those who support us. I would be grateful for your support, and we appreciate that. And you also won once again this, and we will get your address hopefully off the air, and I will go to the post office tomorrow. So you will have it, and when you get it, please let me know, and please tag me on social media, whatever, and that you won, so that way people can go, oh boy, he actually gave the thing away. So let's get to some more comments. Dan Lasers versus DB Rivera. Well, that could be a possibility, but time will tell.
Listen, if that ever happens, it's going to be fire. Whether I win, lose, or draw, that's going to be an excellent match.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of hype with that match. There'll be a lot of hype,
yes.
put it that way. Hit the sub button for Courtney, and you can watch some WWF content. 2 belts or 4 belts. I'm with the challenge. Hit 100, and you go. Thank you for being a fan. You were here Sunday. You may still win Sunday. So we are going to do this a few more times. So don't feel bad. It's not the only time. I'm surprised the referee didn't call the match due to a concussion.
Okay, I'll let me address that. So I didn't know he had a concussion until we were already in the back. I noticed he wasn't really communicating with me, or like, we weren't. There was a disconnect, and then we get to the back, and he's like, "What happened? What did we win? Are we all right? What happened?" And I'm like, "Oh wow, you really have no idea what happened." And like it took a couple of times of watching the match back to even figure out where he hurt himself. But yeah, I think if the ref would have known, he might have called the match. But I know my partner, he's tougher than $2 steak for sure. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Well, I think it's a good question. I mean, obviously, if you don't know in the match, it's hard, So in one sense, I could certainly see where you're coming from, and thank you, Skulls, for the very, very good point. Thank you, Zilla and Bam, about how I give you the opportunity first to become Bam 2 belts. Bam Allen versus the Universal Hybrid Champion King Tafu. Let's make it happen. Well, that's up to the Double L. I mean, we can't just make matches without doing that. Thank you, Skulls. We're doing it again Sunday night. So if you didn't win tonight, you can still win Sunday night. So I promise you that there's the high. You won. You came in. I gave it one more time. Or you were a mega heavy metal fan, and she answered. So Bam with the plan. Screw the draw. AKA the dirt balls. They can't beat me 1-on-1. I'm with it. Tafua, sign me up. That's up to Double L. Please sub to Cody's page on YouTube. There you go. You answered. You won. The Mighty League always has my back. Lasers. That's why that happened. Thanks for getting the t-shirt for me. All love, more respect. Hit the sub button for Light Shifter Arts. Did I get it right? Light Shifter Arts? Did I get it right? There you go. Appreciate that. Always collecting wrestling cards. Please do. Also, should you get a nice payday, treat yours truly to some lava cake. Godric Stanwell and the lava cake. It's always going to be about the lava cake. But you know what? It is lava cake season, so I can't say thank you. We'll get your address when we're off the air. I want to give you guys something before I talk about a couple of other places that you may be, and I have a surprise for you guys here coming up. I have a surprise, but I do want to share my screen because I do have something that I am going to give you guys, and I don't have another copy of the new Megadeth album, so I can't give out 2 tonight, but I will have another one by Sunday night, so you will be lucky to get that. But let me share my screen because you fellas are going to get something, and I don't need to mail this out. I can just give it to you on my screen and send it, because for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, Cease and Desist as a team now are in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame.
Yes.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Tom. Thank
Congratulations.
you, Tom.
Congratulations. We'll give you both the copy of this. So you get 50, it's 50-50 because you both are a team. So congratulations, and you'll get this, and very excited to put you guys in the Hall of Fame. And you guys
twice, bro.
Well, I think twice.
Wait, are we in there 3 times or 4 times?
Twice. I think it's twice each.
Twice.
It's twice.
Okay.
But don't worry, you'll be in 3 times probably by next episode. So I'm sure there'll be 4 times, 5 times after that. So yeah, we're gonna get to more awards shortly. But all right, thank you everybody so far. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. We're here with Cease and Desist. They've joined the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame as a team. Like, share, and subscribe to all the wrestlers here in their chats. Thank you, Skulls. Hit the sub button for Skulls, the Wire Skulls at the Wire Skulls, and check him out after I'm done. I understand Valentine's Day, you're going to be busy?
Yes. We will be down in Mon Valley Pro.
I understand. Mon Valley Pro, an interesting place. Now, it's funny you say that because Dave Jamieson was here on Sportswire. Everybody was talking about that, and he holds those Mon Valley Pro Tag Team Championships alongside Tyler Grayson. And from what I understand, you guys have also been successful in tag team action there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I mean, technically, as a team, we're undefeated at Mon Valley.
Yeah, as a team. As a team.
As a team. As a team. It's interesting because, I mean, we know that they've got tag team championships, but you guys have got tag team championships in the WWF, and I would be so fascinated and curious on what happens with you guys on Valentine's Day. It's going to be a big show. We talked a little bit about it with Day, and I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with you guys, but I would have to think, conversely, more tag team gold is on your minds coming up.
Well, of
course, always.
Absolutely.
Always.
I see, that's what Cease and Desist thinks about. That's all Cease and Desist thinks about. Oh, and I also want to go back to a point you were making about the competition between, all of us belt collectors, right?
Yes, correct. Yes, that was a very interesting point.
I'm not going to say that there's really competition between us, but I will say that people like Dave Jamieson, people like pretty much anybody in the collective,
right?
They made it known that, hey, this is something you can do. The guy right next to you did it. Why can't you? So, you know what I mean? I guess in other words, their greatness gave us permission to be great. You know what I mean? Oh.
Ooh. Well, I had footage, and I had footage that you speaking of belts, and there you are, the Rare Bird Chris Phoenix against the Banana Man Lestat, and I saw what Tafua said, and maybe that's motivation for you guys in Mon Valley to take care of more business, not just tag team gold, but I mean, you've been really chasing singles gold for a while now, the Rare Bird Chris Phoenix.
Like I said, I'm always hungry. I'm always chasing gold. Always. I mean, yeah, I came up short with this match, but doesn't mean next time I'll come up short. Because just like a phoenix, I'm going to rise up from the ashes.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. But, yeah, I mean, Mon Valley, exciting times are in Mon Valley. We see a lot of different people that have been on the platform in Mon Valley. And obviously, I would love to see what you guys do there. And Valentine's Day is right around the corner. There is a slew of shows ahead here this month in February. So if you want to watch more of this match, I would really encourage you guys to do so. So you can do that on the Mon Valley Pro YouTube page. And, there was something else I wanted to ask you guys before I had a surprise here, is that we know that there's this big show coming up here, March 14th, CSE, and, Al Snow's going to be there, and, Kyle Horton, the CSE guy, you know a little bit about Mr. Rarebird, and you, Hype Man Dan Liz, I know we're also going to be in action, and I was curious on, so what do we expect coming up on March 14th? Another big show for you guys, and I was wondering what you thought.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
Well, I guess you can go first.
All right.
It's
going to be a minute.
That's what I said. You go first. It's going to be a minute.
All right, so I don't know if anybody watching knows what is it. We were just talking about Mon Valley. This is a great segue, I guess. So there was some controversy that happened down in Mon Valley.
Yeah, I heard about it. We talked about it with Dave Jamieson. Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah. So we talked about all that, and do I think that Michael McMoney should still be wrestling? No. But he's my opponent.
I understand that, and I know
March 14th.
You have a history with him. Yeah, I mean, he's certainly a lightning rod for different reasons. Yeah,
and mind you, we were friends.
Yeah,
we were on Sportswire my first time together. We were friends.
I remember it like yesterday. Yes, for a different company, a different organization that once upon a time existed. Yeah, I remember it very well.
And he's just, over the time that I've known him, his character has decayed. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's just no, you know what I mean? Like I have a line. There's a line I won't cross. I won't. There's a place I won't go to. You know what I mean? Like I have boundaries. You know what I mean? it just seems like there's no low that this guy won't go to. And so now CSC has given me the opportunity to smack him in the mouth.
Write that wrong.
And I have to take it because I'm the hybrid champion, but I get to take it because I want to smack him in the mouth. I mean, and there's a laundry list. You got time? There's a laundry list of reasons.
I got plenty of time. You're the WVWF Tag Team Champions. You're the CSC Hybrid Champion. You think I'm going to tell you guys that's a wrap? No.
All right, so
I thought we knew each other by now. You've been on, guys, what, 5-6 times by now? I thought we were friends.
I mean, listen, I could write a book. You don't like. I'm going to skip over a lot.
I got my pen. I got my paper out. I mean, do you want me to write? I mean, Courtney could write the photo. I'm sure Courtney could write it better than I would. But I got my pen and paper out.
Yes, Courtney, you should write this book. There's a laundry list of why Dan Lasers wants to put Michael McMoney on like a slipper and run down a flight of steps. So in LAW, he endorsed me. He gave me a chance. Blah blah blah. We became friends. I even looked up to the guy, and due to his own ego and garbage behavior, he runs the company into the ground somehow. And when it hits the ground, he doesn't stay to fix it. He runs. So then there's a deer in my backyard. Okay. Anyway,
I've actually seen, if you believe in it, where I am, you'd be shocked. In Staten Island, I have seen deer like on a dozen occasions. Believe it or not, you'd be shocked.
It's all the snow. They don't know where they're supposed to be.
Well, they want to get warmth. That's the problem. Like everybody else
in the house. So then there's the whole the Loogie Gate at Mon Valley. There's that. After our last match, he beat me with the chair, and I'm talking like the sound hurts your ears
mercilessly.
Draped me over the guardrail and just wore my back out. And I've dealt with sore losers and sneak attacks and all that. I'm no porcelain dish. You know what I mean? I'm pretty tough, but there is a level of malicious that was there that wasn't necessary.
It's unfortunate because I see Mr. McMoney here now. Obviously, I would love to entertain a conversation with the individual, but we don't want to spit at people while we're on the air. I mean, I know we don't want to work the gimmick. I mean, we've actually been, since he last was here, we appreciated him being on here, but we've since been in Parade Magazine and other places, so we don't want to, do those things. So I'm not going to entertain those comments and such. We appreciate him though tuning in. We thank him for increasing the views. He's been good at that in the past,
As far as the business goes, I think he needs to realize that this isn't 1970 Midwestern wrestling anymore. You know what I mean? Like, this is post-COVID. You can't just act like an animal anymore.
I mean, listen, the footage is there. I mean, we certainly don't condone what he did.
But
I mean,
to be in all fairness, I wasn't at that show, and it's not really my business. But
I understand.
Coupled with all the reasons I'm salty with him, and then hearing about that, and then on top of that, I get a call from one of the big guys at CSE, and they're like, I don't know if we should bring this guy in anymore, and I don't know this, and I don't know that, and I'm like, how is your drama elsewhere affecting my career? You know what I mean?
Well, it's affecting it because you're supposed to wrestle him, so your name is going to be, latched on to that. And there's some other history that the individual it would be alleged in other places. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, and he talks this big game. I'm some paper champion and this and that and the third thing. But you ran from me in LAW. You ran from me at WVWF. I finally get to Mon Valley. You get yourself kicked out. I mean, bro, you're a coward. I mean, let's call it like I sees it. You're a coward. Yeah. And on March 14th, I'm going to prove that in front of everybody, that whole crowd. So I hope you keep making all that noise on the internet, being a jackass, because when all those people come to see you get your ass whooped, they're going to get what they came to see.
Do you think the match will take place?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm so irritated at this point. I want the match to take place.
You do.
Put me in. Like, I don't even listen. If I lose this belt but get an opportunity to whoop his ass, I'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what if that match? Well, it sounds like maybe that would be an unsanctioned match, because obviously, if you're not 100% sure that the match is going to take place with the individual, I mean, that would be the only option. No,
I mean, it's just, and like normally, you know me, Tom. I'm not normally so angry.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about
not normally so violent.
You were content, you went back and forth. We were talking about the collective, but obviously, with the individual, you certainly, had some, some understandable frustrations. Obviously you have a history. You brought up the fact that he was a guy that was instrumental in your success, but, a lot of people understandably don't want to associate themselves with the individual.
And now you got, like you said earlier, you got me linked to this guy with this wonderful reputation, the peachy reputation, right? And
I mean, he's certainly, Gunther, they call is the career killer, right? And he seems to be the career self-destructor, some would say. I mean, those aren't my words. I'm not going to put words in my mouth that would equal that, but it would seem like that would be the case. I don't know. Look, I haven't spoke to the individual, so I wouldn't be able to comment on, what he would like to say,
I'm sure it's something that nobody wants to hear.
No, I'm sure people would want to hear it, but I think that would be, it would be to the same. We've had problems in backyard wrestling with wrestlers and baggage or underground wrestling. And what you'd be getting is people that would want to hear him talk about the one thing, but that may work for you. That may work or may not work in your favor. I mean, look, all the best. Look, I'm a believer in, I wish the fellow well in his life endeavors. I wouldn't be able to comment on his wrestling future. That would be a question that, you'd have to go elsewhere to find.
Well, I mean, I don't know about his wrestling future, but come March,
do you 14th, think he should have a future in the wrestling business? Do you think that a company should, give him an opportunity to wrestle, or it's, too many chances of, and he's burned them, or what do you think? So I love wrestling. Me too.
And this question puts me in a weird position, right? So
yeah.
I personally would hate to take wrestling from anyone. I don't think if wrestling is a passion you have, I don't think anybody should be able to take that from you. But I also still love wrestling. So if you're hurting the business, please stop doing that.
Yeah, those guys. Listen, I've seen it in the past year and a half. Listen, in backyard wrestling, we had these guys that were outed as, pedos, and we had an underground wrestling guys outed for different things. Now, I wouldn't be able to comment on the individual, but look, we'll see what happens. I mean, if he's going to be there the 14th, I guess you'll be wrestling him. We'll have to find out what the company does, but I'm sure you'll be there, and I'm sure he'll be there, and that's up to the company to book him.
Oh, March 14th, trust me, I will be there.
Oh, you'll be there? Yeah, you'll be there?
Myself.
Wow. Yeah.
They should change the name of the show to Potato.
Wow. I guess you'll be giving your opponent a potato, right? You'll be potatoing your opponent, right?
That's lots of potatoes.
A term in wrestling, right?
Lots of potatoes. Potato salad.
Wow.
Mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, raw potatoes, potato chips,
Well, I guess we'll have to find out. I mean, we'll certainly have to find out. Time will tell, right? Between now and, March 14th, and you'll be seeing. And Mr. Phoenix, I'm sure you'll be a big part of the 14th as well.
Oh, believe me, I will be. Like I said, I have unfinished business against the Crown Sports Entertainment heavyweight champion. Soon to be, former heavyweight champion.
The singles gold is on your mind. I could see singles gold.
It's been on my mind. Because I don't know if you know this, Tom. I am former Crown Sports Entertainment heavyweight champion.
I do know that.
And
I got cheated the last time.
No,
not once, but twice.
Let's talk about it. You were cheated every time you've been in the ring with that guy.
Every time.
Every single time. Every single time. People coming out in the ring, people spitting mist, the lights are going out, like this. And
coincidentally, Terrence Black is always there. Always there.
Oh, here's
one of them. Here's one of them. I had him beat in this.
Yeah, match. You know what? I was kind of saving the best for last here as we move on from a subject that is obviously a bit uncomfortable. Although we wish Mr. McMoney well, I really have no ill will toward Mr. McMoney. Really? And, it's an unfortunate.
Do we wish him well?
I never had a problem with him on my show. I never had a problem with him on my show. I can't knock somebody that I had no problem with. Look.
I just want to choke him to the speed stop kicking.
Well, I can't condone you choking people. I can't do that. I wish him well. I really don't have an issue with him, and I hope you guys figure it out. As for where he'll wrestle, if it's unsanctioned or not, I can't confirm or deny that. But that's some of the footage. While you might be angry, but we'll have to see. We'll have to find out. But I know that you guys have said a lot here tonight. And I appreciate you guys being here.
Oh, you missed it.
Yes. I can put that right back up.
There is where I had him.
I got right here in front of me. Here we go. We'll play out the footage. We'll get the footage. Go ahead.
Yep, there it is.
He picks up that big.
Getting ready for the swanton. My finish.
I mean, you got him. You got him right. You got him.
I have 1, 2, 3. And lo and behold,
here it comes.
The finish.
Well, it's over. Should be over. It should be game set.
It should have been right here.
Match.
Count it. 1.
Here he goes. And wait a minute. I mean, you can't be the referee and that's at the same time. That's in backyard wrestling. Look,
paying attention right there. You see that?
Yeah, but obviously you might want to turn around. You might want to turn around. Unfortunately, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna definitely leave a mark. That's gonna definitely.
Yeah, it did. Trust me, I didn't forget it.
I could see that. I could certainly see that. And unfortunately for you, that's going to be all she wrote, nevertheless. But yeah, I mean, it's all over but the shouting.
Look at this guy. He's barely coming to, has no idea what happened.
Mind you, I took off 20 guys in a battle royal.
I didn't want to show the footage. Listen, I didn't want to show the footage. It was up to me. I wouldn't have showed it, but you wanted me to hang on to that. But also, thank you, Bam Allen. You might want to stay and hang on for the surprise I have in a minute, because I know that this is certainly disappointing, and I'm sure that you guys are going to get your get back.
Oh, I'm gonna
before March 14th, and talk more about that. We'll take that off here. But apparently,
I just want to point out between Al Horton, Wyatt Black, and stepdad over there, whoever that guy is, between the three of them versus Chris, that's a 3-on-1 handicap match. You know what I mean?
I guess the odds were against you. Mathematically, you didn't have much of a chance.
and he still should have won.
Hey,
I had him for a 7 count.
Well, you may want to count to 7, but apparently I have received word that there is somebody here, but it's not what you think, because that person was supposed to be here, had technical difficulties, and I'll explain that off the air. But I do have somebody here that does not have technical difficulties, because for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage. Wait a minute! It's the hacker! Somebody from CSC, but it's
Please wait. What is going
I
on?
think it's on. No, I don't know. This is a nightmare to end this episode.
Hey, Tafua.
That's a
Tafua.
bush on his head.
Hey, Tom. I
Yes,
know that you're the interviewer, but can I ask Tafua a question?
You can do anything you want, sir.
Bro, so the show's coming up here in a week, and Tom had a pretty good point. You're gonna have everybody and their mama coming after you.
It's gonna be like a John Wick episode on Sunday. I mean,
Yeah, right.
I think Michael McMoney is gonna have less problems than you on Sunday. Believe it or not.
No,
To be honest,
I doubt that.
No, I think he'll have less problems because you have people coming at the knives with you. I think it just Mr. McMoney. Look, he did something, and I think it's been already spoken of, and I don't want to go back and talk about that. But Mr. Fua, I mean, you are going to be like John Wick on Sunday's episode. I hope you're prepared.
unfortunately, I am because I know what this is about to be.
You can't hack into the stream. You're actually on the stream, so you
I
can't hack into Sunday's show. You do realize that, right?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I had to hack into this one because I had to see Mr. Dan Lasers and Chris.
Actually, it was good that you did because the original surprise actually has technical difficulties, so they're going to reschedule. Don't worry about that. I'll talk more about that off the air. They actually legitimately did have technical difficulties. I'll explain that to the guys off the air. But I mean, you're here Sunday, which is kind of fitting. And then, I mean, I do hope you're prepared.
Oh, I'm definitely prepared because I have to explain what I did to Miss Phoebe Harper.
The way you said,
I can explain it. You flattened her like a pancake in real life.
Maybe, but that was not me. Unfortunately,
and congratulations on the bait. And Dave Jamieson does make a good point. You know, all people could say, "Oh, Dave didn't do enough this, and Dave shoots this." He makes a very rational point. You have a new baby. And you're here at Sportswire hacking into this. I know we're roommates, but you just had a baby. Congratulations once again on another child last week. And yet you're here. I mean, are you what and why and how are you here when you're supposed to be on baby duty?
Unfortunately,
don't say unfortunately on here.
Mighty Lega kind of puts her to sleep with some lullabies and some meditation. Then that gives me the time to go on the computer, hack into a little bit of stuff, and look, hey, it's Cease and Desist, the WWF Tag Team Champions.
And just a heads up, Cody Maverick's going to be here also after you, so that might be another episode you may want to decide to hack in. Just giving you the heads up. It's either, I think it's, I'm going to break it here. Tuesday night, Cody Maverick is here. So just want to remind you, that might be another episode that you may need to break in.
I'll be watching.
Unfortunately, Tom, you don't have to tell me because I just hack into it anyways.
Well, you know what? I feel I give you the heads up because at least that way you know. I mean, that way.
Unfortunately, we're roommates anyways.
That's true too. At this point, I mean, I'm paying all the rent, so I'm gonna not argue with you because you got that. We know what you do. So I've seen the red vid. I've seen it up close. So we're gonna obviously just let you come on anytime you want. But
me. But for Mr. Lasers and Mr. Phoenix, I already wrestled you. Lasers, I know you want your opportunity. So I have a great idea.
Okay, I'm listening.
Maybe WVWF, if Mr. Double L is listening, hopefully he is. That'd be nice.
He's
Dan
not scared.
Allen versus Dan Lasers versus Daniel Tafua for the Universal and the Hybrid Championship.
Dan versus Bam, huh?
Yeah. Or it could be Dan versus Dan, or Dan, Bam, Dan. Unfortunately, it has to be King now.
Oh, well. If crowns are involved, I can fit a crown.
Unfortunately, you have a crown. You wrestle at a crown.
I see. You're the CSC hybrid champion. But it's interesting, right? He's the hybrid champion, but you're the hybrid champion. And maybe, is it possible that the winner becomes the true hybrid champion? What do you think about that idea, Mr. Tafua? Because you're the WVWF hybrid champion, and Hype Man Dan Lasers is the CSC hybrid champion, and maybe we could break the tie, right? Because everyone's about, you're gonna have a tiebreaker. The NBA now does this play-in tournament, and in sports and in baseball, they used to have a one-game playoff where they were tied at the end of the regular season, and maybe in hockey they do overtime and shootouts, but still give teams a point. Let's not even go there. But maybe you guys should have a match to decide who's the true and maybe only hybrid champion.
That will be an interesting idea.
That is an interesting idea. It would be like pulling teeth to get the promoters to agree with that. But I feel like Danny also feels this way. I am a champion. I was a champion before I got this. I'll be a champion after I lose it.
Surprisingly, it don't matter if we have gold, we don't have gold. We are champions in either way.
Listen, I go out there and I lay it all on the line. And I come back all bumped and bruised, right back in the gym, work out, go back out there, get my ass kicked again. I bleed for this. I breathe for this. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, you and me both, to be honest. I do this for my family. Unfortunately, like I said, it's true grit. Gotta have grit and determination.
That growing family that you have, that growing family.
Congrats again, bud.
Yes, congratulations on that. We're going to see more Samoan champions that are coming up. The lineage continues.
Exactly. The bloodline continues, unfortunately. The tribe will always live on.
No, it will. Oh, it certainly will. There's no question.
For generations. It's already been living for generations. Hey, Tom, I'm getting threatened.
No, not threatened. It's more of an opportunity for
not by you. I'm getting threatened in the chat. I just realized.
Well, Mr. McMoney has said that don't show up the 14th. Yes, we had mentioned that. And Maverick is not scared of you, Mr. Tafua. Our King of the Mountain champion is not scared. The frat boy is not scared of you.
I faced him and I ain't scared of him. Hell, I want to get another match.
Okay. I mean, so obviously,
match this time.
Since you've broken into this, and we are going to sign off here shortly, is there anything you fellas else want to say? We've talked at length about the WWF, and we know that you fellas are going to be there on the 7th, and we know that the 14th is coming up in Mon Valley. We have March 14th we spoke a bit about, which got a little interesting. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll certainly talk more about that before then, because we'll have something else in store. But is there anything else you fellas would like to say before Sunday night?
Mon Valley Pro. I'm still getting the lay of the land, but I've already made an impact. Prepare yourselves. We're coming on the 14th. WVWF. You guys, you're our next challenge, and we're not really sure what to expect. I know that he's all healed up now. I haven't been in the ring in what feels like an eternity, so I'm all hyped up. I feel like I'm about to freak out and suplex the mailman.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks. Admittedly.
Yeah, so like all ships are ahead, or whatever they say. Fire at will. Like
and Dave Jamison said, "Watch your back." And he and his tag team partner, I want to announce it here. He and his tag team partner, the Mon Valley Pro Tag Team Champions, are going to be here February 20th, 3 weeks from today.
Day, I can't watch my back. I'm too busy watching Chris's back, but he's got mine, so it's okay.
Yeah, don't worry, I got it.
Mr. Tafua. Mr. Tafua. You're quiet there. You're quiet. I mean, we're going to sign off. I mean, obviously, what's the matter?
I was just waiting until they was finished.
Okay. You got actually, never mind. Then you guys, champs, want to say anything else before Mr. Tafua probably does what he usually does as we sign off? No.
If you need merch, hit up Light Shifter Arts or myself personally.
I'm going to put that link up actually before we start because I got a bunch of people still here in the chat on YouTube. I actually have that, and I want Light Shifter Arts to get more subs because Light Shifter Arts got one new sub tonight, but I'm disappointed because Light Shifter Arts should get at least like 4 more new subs because there is a bunch of people here still on YouTube and elsewhere, and if you're here, there is a almost 100% certainty that you have not subbed yet to Light Shifter Arts channel, and now is your opportunity. I see 8 people on the stream. Light Shifter Arts has 3 subs. You've been so kind to support me, and you've been so kind to support our guest here on the stream. All it takes is to hit that little button. That's all it takes. So do me a favor. Even if I get 1 or 2 new subs, it will make the difference. I'm telling you, it will make the difference. It was once upon a time, I was at 3 subs. I may be at almost 2,000 subs now, but I was once upon a time at 3 subs. So please, let's support those who support us. So if you have a chance before Rich Lafua does what he does best, go out there and hit the sub button for Light Shifter Arts. And also because Light Shifter Arts won this little prize here, which is the #1 record in all of America right now. So you get that. You give me your address off the air, and please sub to Light Shifter Arts page. We would really appreciate that. Okay. You know what? And this is why I love this chat. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 new subs just now from Light Shifter Arts. So
thanks, guys.
There you go. 7 subs, 5 new subs. See, listen, I put the challenge out there, and our people take care of our own people. There you go. That's why. And I see people here. So I see a couple of people still on YouTube. I want to see 1 more sub before Tafua goes and puts the red video up. Go give us 1 more sub. We're gonna give us 1 more here, and I will.
There you go.
Yeah, it's all it takes. So there you go. But okay, I think people are just waiting for that. You know what? It's time. Oh my God! You know what? There's no more. He's got that screen, that mask. It's time to go.
Lasers, I'll see you at WVWF, and hopefully you accept that challenge. Phoenix, if you want that challenge next, all of us come from EBT to WWE one day.
Hey, I like that.
But if you want that challenge too, I'm always here to accept everything that comes my way. And always that red door is open.
Trust me, I'm going to open it.
The whole damn world in my hands. And that is because of the mighty Lega. And soon I will have your hybrid championship. Maybe those tag team championships if I can get a partner. Because unfortunately you beat Lestat and you beat Ampo. But, not me. Even if I do it myself, I can bring it collectively back home.
Oh, I see what he did there. I see.
So, now, unless you have something to say, Phoenix, because I guess your wheels are turning.
I was just going to say, it's funny to me, since we got here to WVWF, everybody seemed to think that it was going to be a flash in the pan and then we were going to be gone. And here we are 6-7 months later, still the tag team champions.
And collecting more.
And they know we did not ever beat the Reckoning, but I would love to wrestle the Reckoning. So
definitely,
whenever you want to come back down, bro, I'm down. Or we could do it in Mon Valley. I mean, either way, I'm okay with whatever. That would be awesome. I think the fans would appreciate that. But I digress. We've been underestimated since we've been here. And it's funny to me at this point, why are you still underestimating us?
Never underestimate. But soon I shall set you free. Welcome to the wasteland, and you'll never forget the name of
Tafua! I'm sorry, that's still you. I'm sorry.
I'll do it for you. And you'll never forget the name of King Ta Fu.
Your Highness.
Wait. Run.
I think he forgot to blow out the candles. Happy birthday.
Not yet. I didn't blow it out. Now I did.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we felt like we were on candid camera. We're gonna obviously close the show out. He really did. He could say what he wants, but he didn't blow out the candle. Never underestimate, but soon we shall set you free. Well, that was a memorable end to a rather interesting episode. It was sort of bumpy, and then it was up. We were down. We were up, and I have no idea what to make of what Daniel Tafua just said. But fellas, we will do this again. Most certainly before March 14th. We will see you guys next Saturday and on Valentine's Day. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you do. And before we sign off, we will give you this and congratulations.
Thank you.
We will see what happens with you fellas in CSC on the 14th of March. I have a feeling that chapter is far from written. And we'll certainly see, and we'll talk about it when the time comes. And thank you, fellas, and we'll see you soon.
All right, Tom. Thank you for having us.
You got it. Yes, that is the WVWF Tag Team Champions. Cease and Desist. That is the Rare Bird Chris Phoenix and Hype Man Dan Layers, who's also the CSC Hybrid Champion. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. You have voice figuratively and literally where all music and all wrestling matters. We're back here Sunday night, 9:00 Eastern Time with Daniel Tafua, and who can expect the knives being thrown at him literally. And I do want to one more time congratulate Light Shifter Arts, who has won this, and we will mail it tomorrow when I get to the post office in the afternoon. You won the new Megadeth album, and we'll get your address when we're off the air. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'll be here tomorrow night with the EWA gang to preview I Am the Champion 19, which I hear, by the way, from a birdie, that somebody you know is going to be there. Let's just say with a first name Judo, last name Jones.
Oh,
We'll have to talk about that. Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. He'll be a big topic tomorrow. We'll have to see what happens for the rest of the show. But until then, stay warm and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one global radio, that is Sportswire Radio with all music, all sports, and all wrestling matters. See you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great night. Congratulations.